Yeah, hello and welcome to the next episode, and it will also be the last episode of this current park project. This video will be a little bit longer than usual. At first I was thinking about to split these episode, while this last section is a little bit bigger than I expected, and I need a lot of time to build and design this whole area, but I think it's okay when this episode goes a little bit longer, over 20 minutes, and yeah, come on, it's the last episode and it will be fine. If you just want to see how I design and create the areas, then you can skip to the minute 6.5, or if you just want to see the dinosaurs only, then skip to the minute 16.5 minute. And yeah, it took me a while to design the last section of the park, and the first thing I wanted to do was create an underground connection for the guests so they could easily transit to the last part of this park here, and then I thought about how to plan the different areas again. And for the first I placed a single area for the little ferret Batman. I don't think the Jeholopterus, it's a different dinosaur name, needs a larger enclosure because he is so small and it's hard to see him in a larger aviary. I think it's cool that he doesn't feel thirsty. This makes it all a little bit easier to keep it in a smaller space. And then I continued building the guest area offline, and I thought about where the other areas would go in the rest of the space what I have here. And I didn't want everything on one level, but rather at different heights. And the next area should then be a little bit larger. And what you can see here, this is for the Barbaridaculus. As you can see the design of the birdcage later in the time lapse. But for the first, I placed the first two areas, and then I'm thinking about with the rest of the path design and the connections, etc. And I'm still thinking how about to design the different areas. That's why I didn't do that right at the beginning. And finally, I would like to have a larger area for the squirrel and the Shantungosaurus. Both animals go well together and come from Asia, and that's why I want them both to be in the same enclosure. Of course, you can combine the dinosaurs as you like, but in this case I had a good feel. It looks sweet together and very cute, and I planned something special for the last area. Then the first thing I want to do is to make the home ready for the Jeholopterus, and I designed a free area between the cage and the visitor path and make a small garden around it. By the way, I will continue most of the design integrations of the visitor paths later and offline. After this episode I will do also a final park tour and then finish decorating the missing and open areas. Until then I'll think about whether I have to close the park because of the FPS. Then we take a nice tour through the entire park, and also partly we see the view from the ego perspective as well. Yeah, give me some time so I can record the park tour as a nice video. And we see this in March, but give me a little more time for a park tour. And as you can see, I have compensated for the difference in height with another visitor terrace here. I like this new sun lounger terrace rest area, and we have some little amenities, and I think it would be enough for this last section here. And yeah, it's enough. Enough is enough. So when the park is finished, I will also upload the save file to Nexusmods. And if you are interested, you are welcome to download the save game and take a look at the park privately if you like. I will also link a suitable modding list so that you can open this save game. And at first I thought about placing a fountain so that the little bats could land there, and in our imagination, I mean, they can drink from the fountain. But I will replace this fountain later with another fountain. And yeah, the enclosure design contains many temperate plants and a few mortar trees. The middle of the enclosure is free and open, and the planting is only at the edge. I will then use the white stones from Malta as an interesting contrast. It's a great contrast between green and white. And now I place another fountain, what you can see in the time lapse, and put a feeder in the middle. That's already a cool combination. But more on that later, and then I will design the second aviary. The enclosure creation will be relatively similar, except that what I'm talking about. It seems to be a little bit different, but I use also the Malta rocks, and I'm looking for a Mediterranean look with some evergreen trees, and yeah, I think it would fit. Yeah, I like it, and I hope you too. So, what I can say again, I think this contrast to the rest of the park is also important, and my theme here for this enclosure is more Mediterranean-like, and the Barbari is a little bit bigger and will have enough space here in this second aviary. After that, I will work on the last aviary, and then I spontaneously decided to make the enclosure subtropical. I like the idea of the last enclosure in this park being out of the line, and I took the aviary with the glass dome, so we have in this case a biodome. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the last episode, and I hope you're a little bit excited about the new project with my movie Noobler. I cannot call it a mini Noobler, that is Evolution Square. And so I decided for the name Movie Noobler. And if you are also excited, please follow me, subscribe me, and don't miss an episode. And we start in the end of the week with the first episode of Movie Noobler. But enough of this, where we see each other again later when we come to the dinosaurs in this episode, and enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and until then. Okay, welcome back, and now I'm releasing the... What is the correct name? Not squirrel, what is it? It is the... I have forgotten the real name for the dinosaur. Okay, wait. Oof. I mean the Sinosauropteryx. Okay, and it is also the release here for the Sungaripterus. And I know it's a small flying reptile, but I've forgotten how small it is, and I realized that this area is way too big. Somehow the highlight is still missing, and I was thinking about whether I might add the Quetzal to this bird cage as a nice addition. I don't know yet, but it's nice when the two smallest creatures have the largest enclosure in this park. That's funny. But yeah, why not? The Quetzal would be cool as an addition, and it is still enough space for him, and in this area size. I know actually I just want to take dinosaurs only from the Cretaceous DLCs, and I've already made an exception for the Therizinisaurus. And in this case, I'm thinking about it is okay. It feels so lost here with this huge aviary, and I added a cats also in this aviary maybe later. So we have a visitor magnet. And what you can see also here in this part, the fog effect you can see. And I like this effect. It's very cool because it looks like a rainwater dust for me. And that was my idea behind it. And so we have an interesting atmosphere inside the aviary. And in a few moments we switch to the next aviary, and then we see the Barbaridactylus. And after then we come to the little Jeholopterus. And thank you for the name suggestions. I think the Jeholopterus is the perfect ending to this episode, and I'll show you the respective name suggestions in the rest of the video. And thank you for supporting this project. And it was an interesting journey over 3 months, and I never thought the park would look like this at the end. But that's always how it is in life. You never know when you go a new way where you will end up, and it was a great journey. And I hope you enjoyed the mountain park with me together, and feel free to leave a like, a comment or whatever. And as I said, I upload this save game to the website Nexusmods in the next few days after the release of this last episode. And my lovely fellas, thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video and the capture mode from the dinosaurs. And we see us in the next few days with my new project, and have a wonderful rest of the week. Stay safe and bye bye.